Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Brahma Bulletin. Thank you all so much for joining me this week. I greatly appreciate you one and all. And now, this week's stories. The Brahmas lost one of their coordinators. Now, my German is a little rusty, but this article, from my understanding, says Super Bowl champion becomes the new head coach of the Raiders Itroll. The Raiders Itroll are pleased to announce the signing of Jim Herman as their new head coach. The 62-year-old won the Super Bowl in 2012 as linebackers coach of the New York Giants. Herman most recently held the defensive coordinator position in the XFL with the San Antonio Brahmas. He now comes to step into the European League of Football to the Raiders Tyrol. 22 players have signed letters of intent with the Brahmas. The Brahmas drafted C.J. Wyndham, T.J. Edwards, Robert Barnes, and Marcus Cooper from the XFL Combine in July. Brendan Border, Juan Carlos Santana, Dylan Thomas, Carlos Carrier, R.J. Hubert, and Jaleel Billingsley were part of the rookie draft in June. Armonte Carey was part of the IFL Combine in August. Luke Ford, Matthew McKay, Najee Reams, Dylan Thomas, Malik Dorton, Nigel Harris, Trey Morrison, Micah Smith, Ryan Becker, Trevor Harmanson, Darius Morgney, Malachi Wyndham are the other players assigned letters of intent. You can learn more about some of these draftees by watching my previous videos where I featured them in my Brahma in the Spotlight segment. Do you want to own a football team? USFL XFL merger aims to offer club franchisees for sale within 3 to 4 years. Post-merger, the goal is to sell teams and expand equity beyond the existing ownership. As emphasized by Larry Jones, the merged league intends to, quote, go out to sell teams, end quote, within 3 years. This move, if realized, will potentially change the ownership dynamics and bring new stakeholders into the fold. Is this the beginning of the rise of the UFL? XFL secures UFL trademark amid spring football USFL merger talks, United Football League. In an intriguing move, XL Properties LLC has acquired the trademark for UFL, also known as the United Football League. The trademark was officially filed on October 10th and includes 22 standard language trademarks. What complicates the landscape of spring football is the UFL name is already associated with a separate entity planning a 2024 season. Interestingly, there's already a United Football League in the works with the website at uflfootball.com. This league plans to launch a 2024 spring season starting on February 24th with 14 teams. Their brand of football will follow a CFL-style format and run from February to July. Given that both leagues are aiming for the spring football market with the same name, it appears that some discussion will likely be needed to resolve the overlap. The Gunslingers added a new hired gun. Signed, linebacker defensive back Jeff Ejakim. And that's all for this week. If you found this episode entertaining and interesting, please let me know by hitting that like button. Also, please consider subscribing to this channel to keep up to date on all things San Antonio Brahmas. I greatly appreciate that. For those of you listening on Spotify, would you mind taking some time and rate this show? I greatly appreciate you as well. I think it's now time for this Brahma to be put out to pasture. At least until the next episode. Until then, San Antonio, horns forward.